But anyway, gentlemen, let's move straight to our fourth and final conversation. Deliberations on ways to achieve lasting peace in Nigeria will never be too much. At one of such gatherings in Abuja, stakeholders have called for a citizen-centric approach to national security, emphasizing that lasting peace and safety can only be achieved through inclusive civic engagement and community ownership of security processes. They made the call during the 2025 Voice of Nigeria VON Forum with the theme, Renewed Hope Agenda, Citizens' Engagement and National Security, moderated by TVC News Director of Current Affairs, Babajide Kolade Otitoju. Okay, we're going to be playing the package later, but BK, talk to me. They're talking about the mutual and sustained relationship between the citizens and the security. But talk to me, why do we need that relationship to be cordial for a safer Nigeria?
Yes, because it is clear that the military can't do this job alone. And people have even postulated that more than 70% of the war efforts should be non-kinetic.
Okay.
Yeah, non-kinetic. You don't need to... It is possible to end a war without firing
a shot
at one another. Even a war that has lasted for 40 years will end up on the round table. So there are steps that we can take, for example, that will make the citizens trust their military, that will make the citizens own their military, and they will want their military to succeed at all times. But in some cases, you'll find people even working for the enemy. Why should we work for the enemy? But it happens in all the theaters of war.
Sure.
We've seen women funneling food, like bread, arms, even bullets to bandits. I saw a video of a woman who was being slapped. She was actually taking bullets into the forest to give bandits. I saw a video of an old woman who got a travel bag, and inside that travel bag, she put petrol in a cellophane and then zipped it to go and give to bandits. So we undermine our military in a number of ways, and that was why that security summit was necessary, to see how citizens can help achieve the aim of securing Nigeria better. Sure. And the CDS made a lot of valid points. That at the beginning we didn't really show interest in having Boko Haram defeated. Some even had sympathy for Boko Haram. The same way that some misguided people had sympathy for IPOB. But IPOB ended up killing them. Because if we look at what IPOB has done, IPOB has killed far more Southeasterners than people from elsewhere. They are the ones who come out on Mondays to say you must not go to your business premises. And then those who defy them get killed. It's not people in Lagos that get killed, it's the people over there. So how are you killing? You call yourself a freedom fighter. You are killing the same people that you claim that you are fighting for. So there's a need for collaboration between the armed forces and the civil populace, because the armed forces need actionable intelligence. But the people will only provide intelligence for you, to you, if they are sure that they are going to be protected. And if they are sure that you will use that intelligence so provided. If they give you intelligence and you go and leak the information to the enemy will come back and crush those people. It has happened many times. So that is why we need, there is that need for us to collaborate, the people and their armed forces. That's the only guarantee for success. If the people don't support the armed forces, honestly, the armed forces will struggle. And that's why you see now that the armed forces are doing a lot of outreaches, medical outreaches,
non-kinetic
projects. They are doing projects in those war zones, so that the people there will feel that these guys are for us. These guys care about us.
Sense of belonging.
Yes, and they too will do their best to support them.
Absolutely.
Not express joy whenever the army suffers setbacks, because we see it when the army does well on the battlefield, like it happened now in Malam Fatori and Buratai. You don't see people jubilate about it. They are happy to read that, oh, troops of Operation Madenkai were killed, 25 of them were killed. That is what many Nigerians, people who do not deserve to be called Nigerians, that's what they do. They jubilate over the setbacks of the armed forces. Whereas when the armed forces score a bull's eye, when the armed forces make a big breakthrough, they sit down and not talk about it. In their studios, they open their mouths wide to run down our military. But when the military does well, you will not hear them talk about it. I mean, it is. I don't know how to describe such people. People risk their lives for you to be alive. People put their lives on the line. They lose their limbs.
Yes.
For the sake of all of us, they sacrifice their lives. They leave their families. Some have been in the Northeast for 3 years. They sacrifice their families for you. And then when they suffer setback, you are happy about it. You are a beast. You are not a human being. It's as simple as that. I don't understand. If journalists, responsible journalism must side with national interest.
Absolutely.
If you do not show interest in your country's national interest, you are happy when your country is failing. You do not deserve to be called a citizen of that country. You should go elsewhere, maybe go to Somalia, go to other countries. After all, some of them said the other day that if Tinubu wins the election, they will leave the country. But they are refusing to leave. We are waiting for them, they refuse to leave. Because they know that the things that they enjoy here, the things that they get away with
they can't do it.
They can't do it elsewhere. Go to UK and try it now.
Sure.
You go to jail. And you cannot waste the time of the court. They send you to jail.
Instantly.
So they still know that by and large, ours is a wonderful country. It's a country that if we get our arts right, the sky is the target, not even the limit. The sky is
the starting point, actually. Now, there's a trust deficit, I mean, between the people and the security agents. How do we bridge that gap?
I'm sure that's the essence of that knowledge sharing session. And I want to watch the report. I'm probably going to run after it on YouTube again and again. It's just so when there's a regular interface between the military and the civil populace, that trust gets built once again. You're not seeing that man on green uniform as your enemy. You're not seeing that man, you know, that once kicked you when they were in power. But you're seeing such a man who has now said, hey, our primary role and our only role is to defend the territorial integrity and to also keep the internal peace by extension. So by the time we understand their role, that these people are not interested in seizing power again, but to protect us, because they should actually be fighting wars and doing those, but these wars have come into our midst. So they deserve nothing, you know, nothing else but our support. So when we get that support, and which we are getting now, we hold them a lot to give them information. We hold them a lot to give them that intelligence for them to secure us. Because that person you think they are killing in the north, hey, before you know, you'll find out that it's your brother. You must don't just see those people killed as figures. See them as human beings. And when they kill our military men, I don't know how some people feel.
All right.
It hits my heart and it hurts so much.
Okay, I've just been told that the report is ready. All right, let's take a listen. When we're back, we'll round off the show.
This dialogue, hosted by the Voice of Nigeria, aimed to foster collaboration between citizen and security agencies under the Renew Hope agenda. The Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, highlighted President Tinubu's achievement from ending fuel subsidy to introducing student loans and infrastructure development.
No government has ever achieved what the Tinubu administration has achieved in the last 2 years. If you are in doubt, please check all the successes that the Tinubu administration has been able to achieve in just 2 years. And this is just at its midpoint of the first 4-year mandate in the first instance.
At the heart of national security lies a crucial partnership between the military and the people. This was the key focus during a panel session moderated by TVC's Babajide Kolade Otitoju, where security chiefs addressed how communities should collaborate with the armed forces.
From your own experience, do you think the counter message is really working? Given some of the support that you give to the communities from time to time, are you seeing clear signs that the people really want to work with the armed forces? That the people really see the armed forces as belonging to them rather than fighting for the enemy in the Nigerian state? What are the tangible benefits that you can really point to in terms of the relationship between the armed forces and the people, based on the fact that you brought these projects to them?
Responding, a senior Air Force officer emphasized the importance of public trust and cooperation, insisting the military cannot win the battle against insecurity alone.
And the key to it in our peculiar scenario is the issue of trust with the citizen. In an asymmetric warfare situation, we cannot but build the confidence and work with the support of the local population. Over time, the armed forces, and indeed the former chief of defense staff, was here, and he continued to emphasize the whole of society, whole of government approach to dealing with national security issues.
A representative of the Nigerian Navy echoed this, urging citizens to support the military by providing timely and accurate intelligence.
We are actually helping the people to deal with security. Now, we also mentioned the issue of regional security is very important because of the issues of what's happening in Israel now.
There's a way of passion that cleared up in me. For once, I said, what we are doing here.
One army officer shared a personal experience where his goal was to impress his commander, but a close encounter with civilians changed his perspective.
Walking away from Maiduguri, you will not see much people on the highway. They stay in front of our men in the next community where we had a checkpoint. What is the message there? That these people felt comfortable in the midst of our soldiers, that they now see us as protectors.
Another powerful voice came from a female stakeholder who stressed the role of women and children in the security space.
Women take things very personal. And when it comes to the issue of security, I think women take security even more personal. Because when it comes to when there is a crisis, women are the ones that actually get exposed. Not just the women, but also their children. And so it is important that we always ensure that when you're talking about security, you're talking about how to tackle the issue of insecurity, women should be on that table too.
At the center of our communication. Whatever national agency program implementing was forward, tailored towards engaging the citizen. Our mandate is to popularize, sensitize Nigerian government programs, policies, and activities.
All right, beautiful knowledge sharing session, which was actually moderated by our very own BKO. I wish there was still time. We would still maybe chew more on this. But anyway, Kaidi Ladende, thank you so much for joining us on Journalist Hangouts you know, this beautiful Idil Kabir evening.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we know the next day.
Exactly.
Let's
Be careful. Thank you so much.
I can't wait.
So I guess all road leads to Majid's house.
Yes, so.
Okay, then. But anyway, that's it on Journalist Hangout today. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangouts on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.